Alright, here's Para with Rainbow Miku.
Alright everybody, this is an emergency filler segment. So I've been called back to active duty one last time. We are going to do an attempt of I want to end the Rainbow Miku. This is a Miku boss rush of 9 Mikus. Full disclosure, I will not win. So don't expect a victory, but hopefully you will be entertained. So, with that being said, let's start it up. This is a 9 Miku boss rush. You have HP, which you can see at the bottom of the screen. The longer I survive, the less filler content the broadcasters need to find, so doing my best. I have beaten this before one time, but I only had 1 HP left when I did. Actually, I probably should restart. I'm gonna restart real quick, I'm sorry. That'll be the last one. So while you do have HP in this fight, it's very, very easy to just have it all evaporate in an instant. There's a lot of RNG in some of the fights. Other fights are very pattern-based. The first, like, 6 or 7 Mikus take up the time of the last 2. So even though there's 9, when you're at 7, you're, like, at the halfway mark. You know, in terms of minutes, it takes... A successful run of this will take 30 minutes, over 30 minutes. I don't expect this to be a successful run, and in the oddball chance that for some miracle it is, I'm pretty sure that the next runner, CD Mans, who is doing Churach, has time on his run. And there hasn't been a ton of avoidance, really, during the marathon, so this should maybe be a nice break instead of just watching videos and such. I'm pretty sure CD Mans is pretty close to being ready. He was just in my channel a moment ago. Alright, that's 1 down. Straight line piss attack, as I like to call it. Alright, so this part's very tricky, and I have terrible RNG. So all those other apples are invisible, but they're still there. So if I touch them, I'm going to take a lot of damage. And I have 1 right behind me, so I can't move. Yeah, well, that wasn't too bad. Basically how the damage works, it's not on a per hit basis, it's on like a frame basis. So for pretty much every frame your character is in a projectile, you lose HP. So getting hit by a slow moving projectile will do a lot more damage than one that goes through you very quickly. Yeah, this one is in the water, so I can jump many times. This is probably the longest avoidance thing you can do at 33 minutes, but you do get a break in between each one. You can stop and catch your breath after each Miku. Just understand that this ends in tears. To actually complete this successfully takes a lot of practice, and it's a lot of memorization. And unless you play it like regularly and often, you're not going to remember the intricacies of the attacks by the time you get to the 9th fight. But this was the inspiration behind Rainbow Mike Tyson, or Miku Tyson from Culture. Oh, wow, I didn't get hit. That was very lucky. Yes, she has a lot of delicious fruit to throw at you. Oops. Yeah, this is live. This is not the recording. I could have had them play the recording where I win, but it would have been boring, I think. Even though the end was very dramatic. Besides, I'm used to the embarrassment of failure, so I don't mind doing it live, knowing I'll fail. Don't ask me the names of these songs. I don't know anything about Vocaloid music or Miku. Just what I learned in fan games, which is not much, except that I hate her. But I'm sure, knowing this community, somebody will know the name of all of these tracks. It's just one. Alright, that is 3 down, 6 to go. I'm doing pretty good so far. This one's all memorization. There's very little art. There's a little RNG in this, but not much. See how much I remember. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. This is all RNG. Ah, it was dumb. Why did I do that? Took a lot of damage from that mistake, too. If I have half my life or more by the time I get to the green one, I'm doing okay. This is like halfway where I'm standing. Probably the most dangerous one is coming up next. Well, yeah, the RNG on the next one can just completely annihilate you. There's 2 or 3 really risky attacks on this. Alright. Now you don't get a heal. If you get to the final Miku, you get a little heal, but not much. Oh, I did that completely wrong! Ah! Don't read chat while dodging attacks. Well, that was completely avoidable. Alright, this attack is really RNG. If you get a bad bunching on this of the projectiles, you're pretty much ruined. And alright, I'm okay. And this is the same attack again. No, no. 1 HP bar for all 9 Mikus. That's what makes it so hard. Oh, that was bad, but I managed it. Slow walk it, nice and slow. All right. Now I'm going to kind of just take a hit on this next one. You're supposed to do the entire fight between her feet. But in this version of the game, which is the boss rush where you have health, I choose to just take the damage and get outside of her feet because it will trivialize the fight. I'll take a lot less damage this way than I would if I had just toughed it out there. Golden Shower Miku. She tries to piss on you between her legs. You wouldn't want to be between her legs either if she's pissing the whole time. At least I would hope you wouldn't want to be. I'm not dodging golden showers. At least across the room I can dodge it. Alright, so next up is green. Green is one of the hardest ones. So I'm standing at the halfway point for my HP. So anything over half when you get to green is a bonus for me. So I'm actually a little bit ahead of schedule HP wise, but these last 3 Mikus are devastating. This one is notoriously terrible. Alright, Shadowlink is in the house. It's another wannabe you should follow. That was dumb. You're not going to start late. Unless I have a miraculous act of God and I don't die. How much time do we have left? Shit. That's fine, you can switch after green. The whole purpose was to kill time. The last two are long. It's up to you, man. It's not my stream. I haven't dropped any frames. The last one isn't that long, but the one after this is long. It's up to them. If the marathon has to go on, it has to go on. I'm just doing filler content, so I don't really care. No, I'm not gonna keep streaming. That's disrespectful. I don't want people watching this instead of CD Mans. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. This concludes the filler. Up next is CD Mans for his Churach run, which I think he wants me to commentate for him. So you can follow me at ParagusRants, follow the Wannabes, and follow CD Mans. Coming up next.
Alright, you heard the man. We're going to switch the stream back over to CD Mans now, who will be doing a Churach run for us. And you just saw Paragus doing I Want to End the Rainbow Miku. I think end. That's what it is. Alright, so just give me about 30 seconds to switch.